We all dream of financial freedom, of waking up without an alarm clock, and watching our bank accounts grow while spending time with our loved ones. But deep down, a voice whispers to us, it's almost impossible to reach that point just by working a salaried job and selling your hours. The problem isn't that you aren't smart or hardworking enough. The problem is that the most fundamental rule of wealth building was never taught to you. Today, we will completely change your perspective on the word work and see how to play the real game. To prove this, let's rewind time 2,000 years and go to one of history's greatest empires, ancient Rome. Rome was magnificent, but it had a massive problem: water. As the city's population grew, the water in the river became insufficient. There were two main ways to deliver water to the public in Rome. These two ways are actually exact copies of how we make money today. On one hand, there were the bucket carriers. Imagine a Roman named Marcus. Marcus was strong. Every morning, he would go down to the river, fill his massive buckets, and carry them to the city's fountains. The more buckets Marcus carried, the more money he made. He worked hard. Sometimes he could carry twice as many buckets in a day and earn twice as much. Marcus could have gotten rich by Roman standards, but there was a catch. When Marcus got sick, broke his leg, or simply grew old, the moment he couldn't carry the bucket, his income would be cut like a knife. Marcus was turning his hours into money. His income was linear. Labor equals money. If you drop the bucket, the money drops you. On the other hand, there was the engineer Titus. Titus wasn't as muscular as Marcus, but he had a vision. He decided to build aqueducts stretching from the mountains outside Rome to the city, sweating and earning not a single coin for months. While Titus was building the aqueduct, Marcus and the other bucket carriers mocked him. "Titus, are you still wasting your time playing with those stones? We carried our buckets today and got our money. You are still drawing a zero." Titus was patient. He used geometry, mathematics, and gravity. He laid stone upon stone. And finally, that day came, the moment the aqueduct was finished. Titus didn't have to carry a single bucket. Water began to flow from the mountains to the city entirely on its own, 24/7. Even when Titus was sleeping, eating, or aging, the aqueduct continued to generate money for him. Here lies the secret to financial freedom, hidden in the realization of these two men 2,000 years ago. The real lesson history teaches us is this: true wealth is not in carrying the water, but in building the system that will carry the water. Marcus sold his time, Titus built his system. Working a salaried job is spending your own time carrying buckets for someone else's aqueduct. In this system, your income has a ceiling, and the moment you stop working, your income stops too. Building a system, however, is asymmetric wealth building. You put in a lot of effort at the beginning, and you might not earn any money in return. But when the system is finished, you sever the link between effort and time. The system continues to work even when you don't. Now you are asking yourself, nice story, but I'm not a Roman engineer. How can I apply this ancient world to today? The most powerful mental model of the modern world you need to use here is the leverage effect. Leverage is the tool that allows you to achieve much bigger results with a small amount of effort. In the modern world, you don't need stone, marble, or thousands of workers to build aqueducts. Leverage has taken a completely different form in the digital world. We can gather modern aqueducts into four main categories. The first and most accessible leverage is media, just like this video you are watching right now. I recorded, edited, and uploaded this video once. Every second of this video is a digital bucket carrier for me. While I sleep, this video is selling an idea, explaining a concept, or showing an ad to a viewer somewhere else in the world. Every view shows that my system is working flawlessly. You can start building your own modern aqueduct by producing educational videos that explain a topic you know, which can be watched 24/7. The second leverage is code and software. Code is a digital army working for you 24/7. A script, a set of algorithms can collect data, analyze it, or make a sale on an e-commerce site on your behalf. For example, a website or an app can serve thousands of customers simultaneously. This is like hiring thousands of robot Marcuses to carry his buckets. Code is an asymmetric leverage. You write it once, it runs millions of times. The third leverage is the most well-known but the last to be used: capital. Your money is another system working for you. Right, investments, stocks, business partnerships, or digital financial networks, for instance. A DeFi pool, use your money to generate more money. But to use capital, you first need to accumulate it, which means building your aqueduct with other leverages and starting the cash flow. The fourth leverage is the oldest, but the most complex: labor, using other people's time and talent for your own system. Building a team, managing a company falls into this category. Using this leverage requires leadership, management, and human relations skills. Now, when you wake up tomorrow morning, I want you to ask yourself this question: am I carrying water with a bucket right now, or am I building my own aqueduct? If you are only carrying water with a bucket, financial freedom will always remain a dream. But if every day, in your spare time outside of your job, you start laying a stone for your own modern aqueduct, you can sever the relationship between labor and money. Drop the buckets, lay the first stone of your aqueduct today. The digital world is your mountains, and wealth is the water flowing from those mountains. Build the aqueduct and let the water flow to you. If this gives you a new perspective, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. History speaks, those who listen win. Stay well.